Let's start now. Yeah. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः अभ्रमं भङ्गरहितम् अजडं विमलं सदा आनन्दतीर्थमतलं भजेतापत्रयापहं मिथ्या सिद्धान्तदुद्ध्वान्त विध्वंसनविचक्षणः अजयतीर्थाकतनिर्भासतां नवोदम्बरे अत्तिकल्पितकल्पोऽयं प्रत्यर्थिगजकेसरी व्यासतीर्थ गुरुभूयात् अस्मदिष्टात् सिद्धये तपोविद्याविरक्त्यादि सद्गुणोगाकराणं वादिराजगुरून् वन्दे कृपदाश्रयान् पूज्य राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे दुर्वादिध्वान्तरवये वैष्णवेन्दीवरेन्दवे श्रीराघवेन्द्रगुरवे नमो अत्यन्तयाळवे आपादमूलपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आप्तिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः we are doing Bhagavad Gita, fourth adhyaya. In that we have come to the sloka number 18. This is like a riddle sloka. कर्मण्य कर्म यः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्म यः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः कृष्ण कर्मकृत्. It's a very interesting sloka. If we don't translate any words and see the running meaning, it is like this. It says he is really a wise, knowledgeable person who understood the scriptures correctly, one who finds karma akarma in like the karmani akarma yapashit. So one who sees akarma in karma, yaha karmani akarma pashyet. Yaha akarma pashyet. One who sees akarma. Where in karma, karmani in karma, one who sees akarma. And akarmani cha karmaya cha and also akarmani in akarma, one who sees the karma. And he is saha manusheshu buddhiman. He is really buddhimanta in manushas. Sa yuktaha, yukta, yoga yukta. He really understood the yoga, jnanopaya. He really got the hang of it. He got the crux of it. He got really the root of it. And he is Kritsna Karma Krut, a accomplished, completely accomplished performer of the karma. He is the one. But lot of people before Madhvacharya were really, what does it mean by doing karma and akarma, akarma and and other commentators, they went with, when you're traveling in the train or in a boat, those days the time train was not there. They give the example, as you are traveling in a boat or some kind of a floating device, as you travel through the stream, you see the trees, just like you when you travel in the train, you see the trees running. Now you go forward, the trees are going back. They appear to be go back, but the trees are all there only. So they see one who sees like now when you are actually moving, but the trees are not moving, but you think that the trees are moving, but you are not moving, but it's the other way around. But sure, you have an apparent motion, relative motion, all that is present, but how is it relevant? See, this is Krishna is teaching Arjuna Bhagavad Gita. The apparent motion of the trees when you travel in any vehicle is irrelevant. And not only that, it doesn't tell you anything. Okay, we have relative movements. But what Shastric reference is there in that? So people completely lost it. And Acharya Madhva came and he gave as you all know, he wrote two commentaries, Bhashya and Tatparya. He gave one meaning in Bhashya, another meaning in Tatparya. And they don't conflict each other, but they complement each other. Very interesting way. So let us see what is told in Bhashya. In Acharya says, Karma Swarupa, he is telling, seeing akarma in karma. That means karmani kriyamani, this is akarma yappa. So that means when we are performing an action, we are doing a karma. And in that, one who sees akarma means absence of karma. Though you are performing the karma, One who sees akarma, non-performance, means what? That means you are performing the action. It gives you the feeling that you are doing it independently. A lot of people have this confusion. I want to lift a mango or a fruit, anything. I lift it. It's in my control. I am doing the action. So how can one say, I am not really lifting my hand? Someone else, a Paramatma, believer in God, says God is inside me. He is making me lift my hand. But imagine a person who doesn't believe in God. He says, hey, you are lifting the hand. Why are you saying there's God inside you? He is making you lift hand. Why are you saying that? You're imagining things, like they'll accuse us. You're just imagining things. How can you say that there's something else that is making you lift your hand? But look at even scientifically, when you want to lift the hand, the brain sends signals and you don't really carry the signals. The brain sends a signal to the hand. Hand lifts, you lift the hand. So the signal that is sent from the brain to the hand is not carried by you in a sense. You don't really, oh, let me carry this message. You're not doing that. So how is it going? So there's something that is happening which is beyond you, even scientifically. Now, in Shastra point of view, when we are performing any action, we see that not that we are not at all performing, we are performing as a dependent being, like a puppet. Why? Because even when you want to lift the hand, there are so many parameters involved. You should not have paralytic attack. If you have paralysis, you can't lift the hand. Or if you are unconscious, you can't lift the hand. Or if you are sleeping, you can't lift the hand. There are so many conditions. When you don't lift, you have to be in wakeful state. You should have enough strength. Suppose you are very, very, very old person, completely dilapidated. You are bedridden. You can't even have, you don't have energy even to lift your hand. Then also you don't lift. So all the parameters should work out. Then you lift the hand. That means you are dependent upon something that is invisible to you. Either you call God, even if you are not a believer. Okay, don't call God, whatever, something else. Because you are not deciding that, oh, I should not have any paralytic attack. I should be very healthy. Good that you are healthy. Good you don't have paralytic attack. But it is something that is you are not controlling. Some nature, people say Prakriti, nature is controlling. But the nature doesn't have its own brain. Some force which controls even the nature, which controls you, which controls the nature. Some force, some power that is controlling. So seeing akarma and karma means while you are performing a karma, you don't see that you have the freedom, free will to perform the karma. And the other hand, some individual, you call it Vishnu, Brahma, Paramatma, whatever you call. Here we are calling Vishnu. Vishnu means Vyapaka Shila, one who is all pervading. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Kriya, Anusandhana. So, name is Vishnu. What is his form? Okay, you would see four hands, whatever. Now that Shankachakradha, that's a form. Guna, what gunas are there? Vishnu, all pervading, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, everywhere he is there. So that is called Vishnu or whatever you call. That is what is really doing the karma. You are not doing it. So, karmani akarmaya pashet. While one is performing the karma or action, in that akarma, the person is not performing independently, but he is performing dependently, and Vishnu is performing independently. Hey, where is the pramana for this? It says. And Acharya quotes there, Vishnu reva karma naham chit pratibimbaha kinchit karomi iti. No, there are multiple places. So Vishnu is the independent doer. I am his, like a reflection, I am his pratibimba, his bimba. When bimba moves, the pratibimba moves. I am like a reflection in the mirror. So imagine you stand in front of a mirror. You want the image in the mirror to lift its hand without your lifting hand. You just stand like that still in front of the mirror. You want only the reflection to lift the hand. You don't lift the hand. Is it possible? No. On the other hand, when you lift the hand, you say, "Oh, I am lifting the hand. The reflection should not lift the hand." No. You lift the hand, the reflection also lifts the hand, and you are independent. That is Paramatma, is the independent doer, and all the jivas are dependent doers. And the quote says, Vishnoho eva karma na aham chit pratibimbaha kinchit karomi. Vishnu alone is the performer of the karma, and I am his chit pratibimba. I am his chit pratibimba. That means the sentient reflection of him. Like a reflection. I am not doing anything independently, but I am doing all right. I am doing dependently. Independently, I am not doing anything. This is karmani akarma yapashyet. Seeing akarma and karma. But akarmani cha karma yaha. One who sees karma in akarma means what? Akarmani, in while not performing an action. See here, look at the person who is sleeping. He's not doing anything, he's sleeping. Hey, no, no, no. How can you say he's not doing anything? He's sleeping. He's doing the action of sleeping. And while he's doing the action of sleeping, but he's not doing any other active actions, or he's not creating, he's not like creating a art piece, putting an art piece together, he's not drawing an art while sleeping, he's not doing anything like that. So Vishnu alone is the karma doer. I am his sentient reflection. I am not doing anything independently. Sometimes, it looks like I am lifting hand, all those things, the physical act, I run, I do, I walk, I eat, I do so many things. But all those are triggered, made possible by Paramatma only. So I don't do, na aham kinchit karomi. I don't do even a little tiny bit. Everything, some external force beyond me, beyond all of us, who controls everything in the universe, he is doing it, whoever it is. So that is first part of, I mean, the first pada meaning. Second pada, akarmanicha karma. One who sees karma in akarma. What is akarma? Akarma means not that, it does not mean not doing anything at all. Not doing any physical karma. Because a person who is in deep sleep, or not deep sleep, dream sleep. See, deep sleep, there are no dreams. Dream sleep, that means while in dream sleep, while there is no karma performance, akarmani, in akarma, karma pashyet, seeing that when we are sleeping and dreaming, the dream objects are all coming in front of us. We are seeing the dream objects, all right, but we cannot touch them, we cannot carry, physically hold the dream objects. I mean, that is true, but actual dream sequence is happening. Though we are not doing anything, we don't have control over it. Like, somebody wants to have a good dream, bad dream comes. Hey, I wanted good dream, but why bad dream comes? Because you are not the master. So the right thing is, right understanding is, the dream objects are getting created while I am dreaming, and I am not creating those dream objects. That means some agent, some power is creating those dream objects because I am not creating it. How the dream objects are getting created? By a super force, Paramatma. That is what is second pada. Akarmanicha karma. While not doing any physical activity, no karma is done means, but sleeping is a karma, but not, we're not talking about that. The physical act, wakeful physical activity, it is not being done. That the stage is called akarma, akarmani. While none of no physical action is done, in that yaha karma pashyet. one who sees the karma. Akarmani cha karmaya, karmani akarma. So here akarmani, while no action is performed, like in a dream state. Example, in the dream, akarmani cha karma. One who sees the karma. Why? What is the karma here? Well, when you're dreaming, oh, I am dreaming. I did not really create any physical object. All right. We didn't create any physical object. But while dreaming, the creation of the dream objects is going on. The creation of the dream objects is going on. So that means the karma is happening. That kind of karma. You know, we may think, oh, what is the big deal? You can create. But imagine, it's not creating an image. When the dream is happening, you go, you walk, you go to somebody's house, or you go on the top of the mountain. Sometimes people dream that they're flying in the air. Whatever they dream, or sometimes bad dreams, nightmares come, sometimes happy dreams come, no matter what happens, all that is happening because of the mental impressions which are stored for several janmas, and those mental impressions are being used to create the dream objects. But the dream objects are not physical objects, but they are not illusion also. When you say the dreams are not illusion, what it means is the dream objects are getting created is a fact. If dream itself is an illusion, it's not possible to create those physical objects. I mean the dream objects. So the dream objects which are not physical are getting created while we are not performing any physical action. The sleeping action is done, breathing action is being done, all that is done, continuously happens. But the creation of the dream object we are not doing. Someone else is doing. Who is that? विष्णोः एव कर्म नाहं चित्बिम्बः किञ्चित् करोमीति अकर्मणि च सुप्त्यादौ while sleeping akarana avasthayam. Akarmani means akarana avastha, not doing anything. That state, in that state, parameshwarasya, here parameshwara means not Rudradeva but parameshwara, one who is all supreme, Narayana. Parameshwarasya karma yaha pashyati, one who sees the karma of Parameshwara. Ayamev Parameshwara Sarvada Sarvasushtyadi Karoti. This Parameshwara, Paramatma, he Sarvada always Sarvashushtyadi Karoti, does the all eight activities. Which are those eight activities Paramatma does? Sushti, Sthiti, Laya, Niyamana, Jnana, Ajnana, Bandha, Moksha. So, Mm, all these activities are being done by Paramatma. So Sarva Sushtiyadi Karoti. It is one who understands this, one who realizes it. Saha Buddhiman. He is Buddhimanta, Jnani. He is really knowledgeable person. Sa eva cha yuktaha. He knows the yoga, Jnanopaya. Yoga yuktaha. Yuktaha means yoga yuktaha. सर्व अकरणात् स एव च कृष्ण कर्मकृत् कृष्ण फलवत्वात्. So even though the jiva is not independently doing anything, only dependently doing, sarva akaranat, independently not doing anything. Sa eva cha, but one who realizes the above things like karmani akarma akarmani karma, one who realizes the correct meaning of it, right understanding of it, Sayeva cha Kutsna Karma Krut. He really is a completely accomplished performer of the karma. Hey, but how can you say Krishna Karma Krut? He is not doing. Means Krishna Phalavatvat. Krishna, she is not Krishna. Krishna and Krishna are different. Krishna means completely, very well, perfectly obtaining the fruits of the action is Krishna Phalavatva. Krishna Phalavatva. Krishna, completely accomplished. Phala, results. He has that. And he is the Krishna Karma Kruta. He is called completely accomplished performer of the action because he gets, if that action were successful, the complete phala, Krishna phala comes, and this person will get that Krishna phala. Kritsna phala, not Krishna phala. Kritsna phala, complete result, fruits of the action the person gets. One who understands this correct and meaning, Sabuddhiman Manushyesh. He is really the wise, jnani person among all the people. Sayuktaha, he really accomplished the yoga. And Krishna Karma Kut, he is the Sarva Karma Kut. Sarva Phalatvat, Krishna Sarva Artha, in that is in the meaning of completely. The complete results are obtained because the person who does this, who realizes Paramatma is the independent doer behind that, one who does that is the real doer of the action. He is Krishna Karma Kruta, Krishna Karma Kruta, he is really accomplished performer, doer of action. Why? Krishna Phalavatva, Krishna Phalavatvat, complete results are obtained by him because he has the right understanding. This is what Bhashya says, and Tatparya meaning will cover in the next class. Hare Srinivasa. Any questions are there? Feel free to ask me. Hare Srinivasa. No question?
Namaskara, Guruji.
Good. Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify one thing, Guruji. Like you mentioned, everything is done by Paramatma, right? In a sense, we are just reflection, and then everything is actually He's the doer, and we don't have any kartrutva.
Yeah.
And be it karma or akarma, anything it is done by Him. Right. And like, let's say, just a very crude example, but like, let's say the speed limit is 20 miles per hour and I can choose to go 20, but like, let's say I feel I'm in a rush or maybe I go 30 above the limit.
Yeah. Hmm?
So that prerana is coming from me to go above the speed limit, which is
Okay.
not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So in this case, like how should we relate it, Guruji? Like how is that coming from Paramatma or is that my Swarupa that is dictating that action or how should I
Yeah.
see that?
Yes. Yeah. It's a very interesting thing question. Yes. See, where is it coming from? Of course, it has the bija. Paramatma is giving that while no, the limit is 20. Somebody is instigating to go at 30. Yes, Paramatma is doing that. But Paramatma is such an impartial being. Okay, he is the instigator. But when he is doing the instigator, he looks at all our prior karmas. Our prior karmas, oh, I'm supposed to go at 20. I am going at 30. Maybe I'll get a ticket, I'll get punished or whatever. Or maybe nobody recognizes. In any of these cases, my previous karmas are making this as a requirement. Paramatma can break the rule and say, I am an independent being. Though this guy's previous karma is all bad, I'll make him good. Or though this guy's all previous karma is good, I'll make him do bad. Paramatma can override and do whatever he likes. But he would not do it. Why? He says, I made the rules, I obey the rules. Though I don't have to obey the rules, like a chairman of the company, when he makes some rules, he comes in a small, gathering of the employees, he may follow just the rules. Say, I may be chairman of the company, but I am in this group, and I made this group of the in the office. I dictated, I made it happen. And if I don't follow the rule myself, it confusing for others. So I'll follow the rules. Like that. So here that instigation, though Paramatma is giving it not in a random fashion, but depending upon our past karmas. Our past karmas dictate. But I don't know what my past karma is. How do I know my past karma is good or bad or whatever it is? That past karma, whichever we performed, whose results we are see happening now, we are getting now, those past karmas are not random things. They again depend on previous karma, whatever it is, and also they're depending upon the swabhava of the jiva. Because at every stage, the past karma dictates, the swabhava dictates, the prakriti dictates, and the paramatma dictates. Paramatma sits above. He only makes prakriti do its part. He makes our body, mind, soul, everything do its own part. He can override everything, but he doesn't override anything. Because he is such an accomplished being. He'll say, okay, I'll do everything as per the rule. So that bad instigation is coming from Paramatma, but he is not doing it in a random way. He is doing it based upon our prior karmas, which are based upon our own swabhava. So the ultimate triggering factor may be swabhava, but oh, swabhava is now more powerful than Paramatma. Paramatma cannot override swabhava. That means Paramatma is bound by the our own swabhava, our people, different people swabhava. Paramatma has to as per their swabhava. He has to obey. So the swabhava, karma, all this became superior to Paramatma. This doubt will come. No. Paramatma alone is like a chairman of the company gives powers to the manager. Some of the powers may look very good, director, a lot of power. Still, it's much less than the chairman power. I mean, a crude example, but Paramatma is independent being. He has a lot of power, but he gives the different powers to different. So we are instigated by Paramatma, but Paramatma is not giving a random instigation. He is doing as per the karmas. The karmas are as per the Swabhava. So it's like a big chain. And this chain is being triggered right from beginningless time.
Understood, Gurugala. Thank you so much. And that was very beautifully explained, Gurugala.
Yeah.
Namaskara, Gurugule. One
Yeah.
Thank
question now.
Yeah.
If everything is prayerna done by Paramatma, how
Uh-huh.
does this relate to karma theory? Why should it impact the uh, jiva at all?
Yeah. Why means because this. See, look at that. We go to a temple. We ask Purohita, okay, do this puja or something on my behalf. We go, okay, the Purohita does it. What Homa does is he puts Ahuti, he does all the Homa. Then he says, whatever he says, okay, let the result of this Homa come to the Yajamana. You are the Yajamana, you come. Hey, wait a minute. All the Ahuti are being put by the Purohita. So he should get all the punya or he should get all the result. I sponsored everything, but still I didn't do. He did everything. So he gets all. No, 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 no. I asked him to do it for my sake. He is doing all right, but he is doing it for my sake. So I should get it, you say. So, like that, okay. We are not, Paramatma is doing everything, but he doesn't need anything. He is so independent, he doesn't need anything. He is doing for our sake. So inside us he is staying as per our Swabhava is doing it. So though he is the performer, real independent performer, he is doing for our sake, on our behalf, for us. So that's why we get to get the result because we are saying, okay, and also we are having the feeling, yeah, I am doing it, I am doing it. Okay, you think you are doing it? Then Madidunna Maharaya, there's a proverb in Kannada. You
Correct.
do it, then you better have the results, fruits. You eat, jo karte ho, wo khao. So, as you do, as you sow, so you reap. So, oh, God is doing it. Yes, but God is not, doesn't want anything. He is doing for your sake. He is doing on your behalf. He is doing for you. So we get the result. Why? That's why we get the phala. We go through that. Though we did not do it. Oh, but Paramatma is doing for our sake on our behalf. Like that for everybody. Everybody he is seeing as a Bimbarupi. He is doing it for the sake of the Pratibimba. When Bimba moves, Pratibimba moves. Hey, Bimba, let Bimba only move. Only the main object move. The reflection won't move means no. The Bimba moves, the reflection also moves. So we are dependent, all right. But though we are not doing independently, Paramatma is doing independently. Paramatma passes on the result to us because on our behalf, he is doing it.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Gurugule.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Guruji, yeah, this is Murli. Well,
Yeah.
well explained. I have a question for you. that even when we are sleeping, the dream, everything is manifested by Bhagavan, and how do we means I try almost like I listen to Bhagavad Gita at least one chapter before I go to bed. I always ask Bhagavan that now, even when I'm sleeping and dream, I want to have good control of all five senses. And how do we, what do you have to do to make it happen?
That means you want something to happen. How do you make it happen?
And yeah, in other words, like want to be free of the five senses and be, you know, closer to the God.
Yeah. See, this is how it is. We whatever we want, like is happening, how it should happen, how it means, we desire for something. We
Hmm.
do certain action with that in our mind.
Hmm.
Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail.
Hmm.
So sometimes we get the result, sometimes we don't get the result. So
Right.
why is this variation all that is there? Means when we say call jnana ichha kriya, that we have the knowledge about something and we have a desire for something or will for something and then we execute. All this is there. When our will coincides with the will of the Paramatma. We don't know what is the will of Paramatma. He has certain thing in his mind. We don't know what is in his mind. We don't know the existence of Paramatma. He is inside us, but we don't know. So, but we wish for something, we do something, we get some. When our wish coincides with the wish of Paramatma, we, we don't have a knowledge of it. But even though we don't have the knowledge, if my will coincides with the will of the Paramatma, then everything happens as per the will of the Paramatma, so it becomes successful. So I wish for something, it happened. Oh, I wanted to do this, I want to go to the market and get the 1 kilo of potatoes, and I was able to do it, I get it. Suppose my will does not coincide with the will of the Paramatma. I want to go to the shop, get 1 kilo of potatoes, come back. I go to the shop. I have in my power. I go to the shop. I enter it, but everything is out of stock. The will of the Paramatma is that you should not get. You went with the desire. You did doing all the effort. You went to the shop, but you're not able to get it because now your will does not coincide with the will of the Paramatma. Then it doesn't happen. So when it happens, when it coincides, when it doesn't coincide, we don't know.
Mm.
Only after the event, oh, I was successful. Oh, that means whatever I wanted, Paramatma also wanted. So I was successful. Sometimes we fail. When we fail, oh, whatever I wished, Paramatma did not wish it. So I did not succeed. I failed because my will differed from the will of Paramatma. So whenever we fail after the event only we know, oh, I wanted it, but it didn't happen. Why it didn't happen? Because my will did not coincide with the will of the Paramatma. So this is how sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't succeed, sometimes we want to do it, we don't do it, sometimes we don't want to do it, we do it. All this happens because something that we wish does not coincide with the will of the Paramatma, it doesn't happen no matter what we do. We may go do Herculean things, it may not happen. Sometimes we do very little effort, or it looks as if we don't even do any effort, it just happens.
Yeah.
Because the will of the Paramatma is the one that rules it. All our will, we don't know, but we don't know what the will of Paramatma. So we should always will for it, we should try it, we should execute it. If we succeed after the event, we can say, oh, I succeeded because of my own greatness. No, I succeeded because my will coincided with the will of the Paramatma. He made inside, he stayed inside, he made me do it. He gave me the result. So it's all direction of him. When we succeed, we should realize that. When we fail, we say, oh, my will did not coincide with the will of the Paramatma, so I failed. So after the event, we learn it. But before the event, we don't know. So we try to do our best because we don't know what the will of Paramatma. That's how we should go.
I think very well explained, Guruji. It's a follow-up question. In other
Yeah.
words, like our wish is like how do we control the five senses even when you are not um when you're not aware of it? No. while you're sleeping or something like that. How do we do that? What kind of a path or guideline from your knowledge?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good and practical question. Yeah, how do we control our sense organs?
Yes,
See, it may not happen overnight. It's like a baby steps. We have five sense organs. We want to control it.
right.
How? From tomorrow I'm doing today, I'm controlling it. No, it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is actually in Bhagavad Gita only it comes. What we do is sometimes we have to do a little effort, sometimes more effort, whatever it is. Slowly, like the example that is given is like a tortoise or turtle. It withdraws its organs inside the shell, and then everything is withdrawn inside the shell. Like it withdraws its organs, our sense organs controlling means what? Our eyes go want to
Yeah,
see something. Our
right.
ears want to hear something. So there is a Vishaya or Tanmatra we call, that means the object of the sense organ. The sense organs run towards the objects. It just goes, I want to see that picture, I want to see that movie, I want to see that. I want. So the mind is the seat, SEAT seat, and it makes the sense organ run towards the sense object. So the eyes, for example, tries to run to an object to see, I want to see it, I want to see it. Suppose you want to control, hey, that's a bad thing to see. I don't want my eyes to see that. So what you do is you say, okay, it's something that is not good for me. I don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You try to make an effort. Maybe you will fail because the urge is so strong. Though you don't want to see it, you go and see it. And afterwards you regret, oh, I did not want to see it, but I saw it. So what you do is slowly, okay, reduce a little bit, reduce a little bit, reduce a little bit by bit. It each individual is different. Some people may do it in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Some people it may take 1 week, 1 month, maybe 2 months. But depending upon the type of thing that you want to control, depending upon the sense organ you want to control, depending upon the object you want to achieve, you slowly and gradually get a little by little by little by little every day. And depending upon your abilities, you can do in big chunks or small chunks, but a gradual process. So, controlling the sense organs is a very, very difficult process, but someone who has the determination to do it, the way to do it is do slowly, bit by bit, every day a small step towards your goal. Every day you put one small step, two small steps, five small steps. Slowly over a period of time, you will be able to control. And when you succeed, hey, I did not want to see and I controlled, you get a satisfaction that makes you do more and more and more. It's like a relay race. So once you do a little, then you go next step, you go next step, you go next step. So slowly and gradually you progress.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you again, Guruji. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So we'll continue next Wednesday. If you have any more questions, you can ask then also. Hare Srinivasa.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Anyway,
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಗಳೇ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಗಳೇ.
yeah.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಹರೇ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ.
ಗುರುಜಿ.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Hare Srinivasa.